Hey, how y'all doing on this Saturday? Me? Well, I'm having lunch with my best fur buddy. Today he is having, and poor little thing, some Siamese get elongated teeth. And since this is a personal vlog, there'll be plenty of verbatim. But I have to help him because I've never seen a cat that just licks its food. And sometimes I have to give him the squeeze ups. But anyway. So my beloved Jojo, as you can see in his fatness, not mine, I have to help him because when he licks it, it's really a pain in the butt, but it's a labor of love. I can't complain. He's been with me 11 years. Yeah, 11 years old. Okay, enough about him. A lot of people are like, what's all that? I'm like, well, when you are bedridden, this is what I call my lonely island. I wanted to share with you something positive, because it's not always easy when you deal with chronic illness and disease. So what am I eating today? Well, I have recently found out after the tumors were removed and the polyps, and then I am now on 5 stomach medicines. I have 31 pills in my arsenal. I think I died like 10 years ago, and this is just my ghost, and my ghost found social media, and it said, let's haunt them with the good stuff, because I'm like Wendy the Good Witch. Not that thing in Ohio, side note, if you know, you know. Got to give somebody grief. All right, so I take tomatoes. I can't consume the, probably not the smartest thing to eat, but I'm going to take the acidity down. When you do have Jojo, eat your Timmy. I have to encourage him to eat. It's like a 2-year-old. Okay, so in order to take the acid down, and because I have low sodium in my body, I usually use the cracked, but I use this, put a little salt in that, and then I take the ranch dressing. Don't worry, you got to have some fat in your diet. Really, with you again? Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to eat, and my animals always eat before I do. Here I am, blood sugar out the wall. I'm hungry. They's hungry, hangry, and hungry. Right now I'm borderline. All right, there's this stuff that hoity-toity fancy pants people eat called vichyssoise. Well, this is country vichyssoise. Now, you just put maybe a tablespoon or 2, because you don't want to you don't want to be like drinking straight ranch, which, gosh, you could put that on a popsicle and eat it. Imagine that. Ew. So there's putting the milk, which is not dairy. Don't misunderstand, but by putting a fat in there, that fat with the enzymes that are in this live, very fresh tomato. Pardon me, I eat these on the regular. I have 2 cats, and there's cat hair everywhere. I'll have a mink coat one day. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more, because we want to cut the acid, as I do now have a stomach condition. Wish the doctor would give me Marinol, but thank God for CBD. I'm sorry, Delta 9. Don't laugh, it works. I recommend, well, I'll show you what's for dessert. So this would be considered a vichyssoise if I could put it in my blender, which I should. And when you have such stomach issues, things that you cannot nor never digest, that you might see on your TP later, I have to be careful with fiber. So here's some ghetto vichyssoise. Like I said, salt, little ranch, especially if you can't have acidic food in your diet. So there's that. Here's my yogurt. If you can find it, it is full sugar, but at this point in time, it has the best culture. I leave it sit out for 2 or 3 days over here on my I'm sick, I need everything in the world, and it stays fine. As a matter of fact, okay, Jojo, they might be getting annoyed, but this is a personal home vlog. It reminds me of the Lunch Lady song that Adam Sadler and dearly departed Chris Farley, one of the funniest, most gracious, and most tragic sad deaths. It's like the SNL curse. So, okay, this yogurt is full of sugar, and being a diabetic, I know, but I don't eat it all at once. And I take these lovely little things because there's food. That's food that God put on this earth. This is food. As you know, I'm a spiritual person. I ain't going to harp on you about religion. I know Jesus loves you, and remember, if you show me kindness to my Christian friends, you're always in my prayers. But these little gems, I take them and I put them in the yogurt. And this yogurt, I'll eat a little bit, save it. It's been out for 2 days and it's still fine. As a matter of fact, when it's in the refrigerator, the cultures won't come up because this favors what I think the British call clotted cream. Actually, the more warm and active, because in the 70s and 80s, people made yogurt. They had machines, and they would actually heat it, jar it, and you cannot, not take my advice, but I have seen yogurt stay out before it hit refrigeration, because at least when I take it out of the refrigerator and let it kind of mar in its own juices, the bacteria that is healthy for gut health, seeing as I have now an inflamed small intestine, an inflamed stomach, oh God, I'm sounding like the typhoid Mary, and I have ulcers in my stomach, so I'm already on a particular diet to where it's like bananas, rice, try to tame down and get some vegetables in. I have nerve damage in my face where the bone disease that's slowly crippling me took my teeth. So, eating something cool kind of helps. And also for you that are suffering with degenerative disc disease, this is full of sugar, but it was the only thing. If you find yourself over 40 or even in your 30s, degenerative disc, my girlfriends, if you start craving lemon and you're not pregnant, and you're really like, I could just suck a sour lemon, you're having that hard craving, that's a sign of degenerative disc. For me, it's bone disease. It's my bones crying out. Something my doctor told me. It's full of sugar. As you see, I don't drink it. I just take it in sips. This was just an emergency to kill that lemon craving. But normally what I try to drink, because I have stage 2 kidney disease, it gets worse. Lord, I could spend 3 hours telling you from head to toe, but I'm not going to sound like your grandma, because I'm not a grandma. I will never hear granny ever, and I'm okay with that. I kind of like this water. I wasn't a water person when I was young and grew up in rural Missouri with no running water, an outhouse, and we got our water from the well. Growing up poor teaches you things, and we didn't have Kool-Aid where I come from. I'm talking about an outhouse and a well. So poor, me and my baby cousin sat in a horse trough, a tiny number 10 wash tub, and had to share bath water that my granny pulled out for us. So Vichyssoise, got my lemon in, fruit and fiber, which fiber train wrecks a person with diverticulitis, IBS, IBD, any of that. So that'll coexist. Now, because I have a multitude of disease and illness, and right now, with having gastritis and all the things that ail me, and yes, I've been in and out of the hospital. I'm doing better. Thank you to those beloved people that give me a moment, say hello, because you don't realize how lucky you are until until you become stuck to a multitude of those things and you're stuck in bed. And if you have an emergency, you have an arsenal of everything. So with my organs being all jacked up, I talked to my doctor about this. You take this with food, and it's supposed to help aid in digestion, enzymes. I'm not real big on supplements, especially when the FDA says, I don't know. But my doctor said it'll help. I took it in there and I spoke to him about it. Talk to your doctor if you're having digestive issues or if your guts are jacked up like mine. So be it. Looks like he's done. I've been awake. I'm about to starve to death before I fall out. But thank you for watching this almost 12-minute video. Oh, one last thing. Now for the good stuff. Because I woke up in hella pain and don't really want to take a bunch of pain pills. I have so many pills in a day's time. It literally, from the moment I wake up till I go to bed. And I endorse these people. It's expensive, but I knocked out a shrink and asshole pain management doctors, and I started going with mood. People laugh and say, oh, it's nothing. You can't get high on it, this, that, and the other. One of my friend people on the internet, because I endorse this product highly, They're gummies I've already done on my channel, but they make edibles. And luckily, be careful who you buy from. I used to endorse Vance Global. No more. They do not put expiration dates on their products. And I bought a boatload of them, and that they wound up expiring in a year's time. That's what I get because I feel like I'm, I pull a Costco when I buy because I live on my lonely island, so there's that. So a friend of mine that actually, they know me because I spend at least $400 a month on goods. The last time I ate the cookie, she said, only eat half. Now, the old stoner in me, and I don't smoke weed anymore because if I don't practice restraint with my vocal cords, this is what I sound like. But I have to do exercises and keep my voice muscles strong because I do have vocal cord discord and so forth. But anyway, a friend of mine ate the entire cookie. She called me crying. She says, I think I'm dying. Oh my God. I'm like, girl, hold up, y'all. I gotta let my cat out and put this stank ass up so I can eat. Ugh. This gets thrown away. I just be like, okay, I've had it. Oh, these cats. Was that good, baby? Oh, he's got the sweetest little meow. Inbox me for Barbie hit me in the comments on my Barbie video. I can save you green ear. Okay. And does anybody remember this band? I found it in my stuff. And I went to one of their shows many years ago. Anybody remember this band? I think it's Atreyu. Yeah. You say it, Atreyu. I got this at a show. Okay. Bye. And then does anybody... Oh, where'd he go? Okay, we got the Harley Davidson. Oh, I wanted to show you that cool hoodie. Where did it go? Oh, the life of a hoarded woman. I haven't unpacked, y'all. I'm sick. Be patient. All right. Again, welcome to my world. Don't even. I'm too lazy. I'm like, I'll get to it one day. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. Whoo! Oh, Lord have mercy. May your back never go out. Anyway, so she called me, and she was in tears, and she was scared, and she was like, "Oh my God, Gypsy." And yes, that's a nickname. She said, "Gypsy, what was in that cookie?" I'm like, "Cookie? What cookie?" She said, "You know that one that you told me about that'll mess you up?" And because some of us are elderly, some of us are old, some of us are just here. I will never reveal my age, but I call myself a centurion. I've seen many of the century, and the world just keeps getting crazier. But anyway, so she's like, "What was in that cookie?" I said, "The mood cookie?" "Yes." "Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to have a heart attack." I was like, "Stop, stop, stop." I said, "Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly." I literally had to be her Zen master. I said, "Go take a cold shower." I said, "You'll be okay, honey. It's just, this ain't for everybody." And they tell you, even the people that will sell you this will say, only eat half. Now, I have a high tolerance, so that don't look like much. And, people say it doesn't work. Trust and believe, when I pop about 4 gummies, man, I'm floating, I'm happy, I'm out of pain, I sleep, I get a nap, and it gives me an appetite because I can only eat half of that and maybe a third of that, and then I'm done. So I said, just, don't drive, don't do anything rash, don't cook, just go into the shower, and it'll help wake you up a little bit, maybe make you a pot of coffee and have 1 cup. I said, don't kill the THC and the CBD with caffeine, because then you're going to feel like you're a beanbag in a hurry and you're not going nowhere. So I said, now call me back and let me know that you are okay. Okay. So about 3 hours later, I'm like, oh Lord, she must have passed out. I got a text. She said, "Thank you. I am so sleepy." Well, next thing I know, the next day she called and she said, "Oh Lord," because we're retired. We've made our millions. We've got our homes. Yada yada. We're established. Adults, not these 30-year-olds today. I'm like, 30 obviously is the new 20, because some of these people just don't get it. I know I've got grown children. They kill me, but thank God for good children. So she called me the next day, and she was like, I'm missing something. She was like, "Oh," she said, "Lord, I feel like I just woke up." Sorry, y'all, I'm constantly hot. She called and she said, "Oh Lord," she said, "I feel like I have been in a coma." I was like, "What?" I said, "Where you been?" I said, "You had me worried to death. I've been texting you." She said, "Oh honey, after the shower," she said, "I took a hot one." I said, "Take a cool one." But she took one anyway. And she said, "I feel like I just slept for 10 years. She said, "I feel great." I said, "Well, what's the moral of the story?" "Well, I think I'll take your advice next time, Gypsy, and only eat half." I said, "Now you get it." And I no longer support Vance Global because they taste terrible. They do. They leave that taste, because we're talking THC and CBD and hemp. I know people that make products out of hemp, but I can tell you right now, it may not work for everybody and people laugh at it, but this product will put your, how we say it, and to be funny, in the South, this thing will put your pecker in the dirt. And if you don't have a pecker, it'll put something else in the dirt face first. The good thing about Mood is they say, okay, Best Buy. My jackass didn't close it apparently last time. But if you are suffering with debilitating pain, stress, can't sleep, have poor appetite, try their gummies. Start with Delta 8 if you've never used this. And I'm only endorsing this product and what it does for me. This is for adults only. You have to prove who you are and all this, that, and the other. I'm only going to try half and see how this one works. The cookie did do well, but oh Lord, this is 20 minutes. Thank you so much for hanging out for me. some of us are lonely, and social media is definitely where we find good friends. And to all my good friends, may the love of the Lord bless you greatly. Thank you so very much for your friendship and your comments. To a little old lady who's lonely and bedridden, I love the people that are kind. And as always, be kind, love one another, and may you have a blessed day. And please subscribe. I only need 20 more to make 1,000. Big whoop. Yay. Thank you. Love you. Mean it.